Hello everyone and welcome back to episode 28 of the Existence podcast. My name is mcpeachpies and today I'm joined by my two co-admins, SugarCaney and DelltaDragon, as well as a long-time member of the community, KSores.
Hello.
Hello.
How are we all doing? Caney's gone silent all of a sudden.
No, yes, definitely. I've been silent. Okay, fine. Welcome. I'm your European representative here at the server, currently in quarantine. But I'm doing fine. How are you?
I think we're all in quarantine now, aren't we?
I'm technically not, but I don't have work, and I shouldn't leave the house, so I kind of am, I guess.
Yeah.
I can also leave the house.
Yeah, we're in level 4, so we can leave for essentials, but other than that, we can't go out.
Yeah, that's where we are at the moment.
We're not here to dwell on the current apocalypse and the downfall of society as we know it. We want to talk a little bit about the uprising of the Existence Society, so to speak, or the Existence Community. This is going to be a big year for us, and a lot of just been changing already, really, with how the community has kind of been laid out and our plans ahead. I don't even know where to begin because it's pretty kind of open topic in terms of where to talk about. I guess we should probably talk about the 2020 document that we released back in January and what really that stated, because a few people probably haven't seen it. It'll be linked in the description and all that good stuff. If you haven't, it kind of covers everything in terms of our plans, but we do have some new plans coming up as well. What should we cover first? I guess Season 3's over, if you didn't quite catch that. That ended back in March, which is now.
Come on.
It's almost not now anymore.
Yeah,
well, this quality content.
Depends when this episode comes out, which should be the normal time.
The 31st.
Depends on your time zone, really. For me, it'll be April. For everyone else,
yes,
it should be
April
March.
1st.
But yeah, so Season 3 has ended, and we're kind of putting all our focus and attention towards the community. And as you can see currently, the background being Project Keystone, which was started as our Patreon server, but with the new year and the new decade, we have opened it up to more kind of trusted members of the community. And from here, our kind of main focus will really be on kind of, I guess, a community server in the same kind of concept. So with Minecraft 1.16, which, does anyone know when that's coming out yet? Or is
I
it
don't
still
think
kind
said
of...
anything.
I heard
Will take
rumors.
months.
I heard rumors about July, August time.
Okay.
Could possibly be. We're still not feature complete, so I
No.
suspect that will take a few weeks, and then it will be months of bug fixing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's generally how
probably.
it goes. So, but yeah, with
Yeah.
when 1.16 comes out, that's when we're going to be moving on to a new server, which will simply just be referred to as the Existence Community server. And it'll be open to basically past members, trusted users, and of course patrons. Same kind of concept as what we're doing on Keystone at the moment, but we don't want to make a public server because public servers are a huge thing to handle.
Messy.
And messy for sure. We definitely want to keep kind of a more closely knit kind of community of people we know and people we trust. And that doesn't mean, new people can't join the community. You just got to kind of get in and get to know everyone. Kyle's just chilling on the back of the boat.
Yeah, it's me.
But yeah, no, that way kind of keeps everything smooth. And I know that a few people have been wondering about like Existence Season 4 and kind of that thing. That is not really on the table at the moment. The main kind of intentions really is with with the community server. I know a lot of people, and especially past members and just community members, are intending on making like content from there. And that's kind of the one thing that we're, I think, is it fair to say mostly excited for? Is just the kind of relaxed environment.
Yeah,
I
like
think
the
so.
video requirement is actually dropped this time, so everyone can just join and play whenever they want. Recording and uploading still, of course, preferred and highly appreciated, but like you can just do whatever now.
I'm very excited for that.
So essentially, yeah, there's no video requirement really. Same with Keystone. That was always kind of our idea is well, Keystone was never really meant to have anything, but now with season 3 ending, it's kind of been more our focus, I guess, encouraging content creation, but having basically no requirements. So that means that people can just do things on their own terms, because that was always one of the most, I guess, annoying aspects with seasons 1 through 3 as we kind of went.
Keystone was pretty much like a project to see if we would be able to get a community-funded server to have our community play with more with Existence members.
Exactly.
Get a chance to play with them more.
But kind of just those times.
It's now currently the Project Keystone server is only open to Patreons.
Flag is not enabled on this server.
I got kicked as well.
I'll fix that.
But what will be the Patreon perks for those who do pledge to the server?
So Patreon perks is quite minimal at the moment. We're pretty fully funded with our current patrons, which I'm extremely grateful for. And just as time goes on, I'm not necessarily wanting to push kind of give me money too much, because I've never been about that. But there will be some perks. We have, I guess there's 2 kind of main things. Firstly, podcasts like this, when we actually get them done, you can download the audio files directly from the Patreon site. And the other kind of, I guess, major thing is that we do have a Patreon server. Only small at the moment, but where's the piece of TNT here? Only small server at the moment, which we have been utilizing. We utilized it for our 4th anniversary celebration, and we loaded the original Season 1 world on there, which was pretty awesome, and patrons could kind of just run around and explore on there. And at the moment, we're kind of just leaving it up to the patrons to decide. A lot of people are kind of wanting like mini games and maps and stuff. So what we've put on there is an old classic, known within the Existence community, a map called, or I guess a system, I don't know what you'd call it, called World Border PvP, which is an old kind of UHC handler thing that I made back in 1.12 was the last version. So that's currently on the server. The only concerns is that the 1 gigabyte that the server is currently running might not handle that all too well. But definitely, like, I know some people have said like mini games like Missile Wars and Shulker Tickle and things like that. And I think overall we kind of just want to have just a little place for patrons to go, and just some way of kind of saying thanks in return to supporting and allowing us to run. I know there was kind of the idea thrown around to have like a snapshot survival kind of server running. That could be interesting, especially with 1.16 until the community server comes out. But I mean, there's always little perks to say thanks to patrons for kind of their ongoing support, because obviously, for the many, many years that I was basically funding it solo until we did kind of look at group funding, and even then we were never quite up to what we're at now, where we're basically fully funded for everything that we're running, which is awesome. So kind of any little way to say thanks for that is always appreciated. And then it's kind of down to the patrons as to what they kind of would hope in return.
I have had some ideas of what Patreons could do or get in return for funding the servers. I've been meaning to talk to you about that, Patrick.
Awesome.
Things like Q and little in-game perks and stuff like that. Nothing that breaks the EULA, of course, but
what is Q?
So
like just the letter Q?
No, like a priority queue.
It's like a row of queues.
Like a priority queue would be a system in place where Patreons would, if there was enough people trying to log into the server at once, Patreons would get the first login, of course.
Yeah. I think that would be a great system, but
as long as you have enough members to actually...
We don't have enough.
Mini queues in chat right then.
This is cute.
But in fact, it would be more like that, Kyle.
Oh, would it now?
So the podcast doesn't have chat enabled, so just for a quick reference, Kyle sent a whole lot of capital and lowercase Qs, and then Dragon just sent a whole lot of big Qs and then a whole lot of little Qs. Completely off task and off track here. But I mean, yeah, we're always definitely open to kind of, I guess, rewarding or giving thanks back to the patrons. But our main
If the
focus is kind
patrons
of
do have
moving
any
away.
ideas.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I know there are a few loyal people like yourself, Delta, and Caney, and Kyle for when he can, in supporting the server, and even just being an active member of the community is enough support as it is. But kind of as we go with, I guess, the direction of the community, Keystone was set up, like you said, Dragon, as a project to see if we can manage, a fully funded server, and at the moment it's proving that we can, and that's why we wanted to move away from the kind of project of Keystone and more towards just a straightforward community server for patrons and the wider community itself. And since we've got stable funding, that's allowing us to proceed with that and, open things up and allow people to kind of be more, I guess, active within the community and have a home, really, and a place to play. Also, Draken, why are you, crouching in the boat?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Oh
He's so
my
short.
God.
Dying. Dragon, where's that
Guys,
beard
I
that
have
you had
Smite
before?
5 on my axe. Just let me one-shot them.
Oh my gosh. Ah.
You guys are no fun.
I'm just going to collect all the phantom membranes.
Not the fun intervention, guys.
Yeah, anyway, getting back to the main point here. So yeah, definitely things are going to be kind of changing within the community. But then they already have quite drastically. As soon as Season 3 ended, we really put a big, I guess, focus on changing more to this community focus of the server and of Existence. And I'm honestly, with the 4th year anniversary that happened just this weekend being actually, it still goes to show that, there is a community here, and there is people within it that, are passionate and, that really love being here. And it's crazy to think that after 4 years, we're still going and there's still people here. And, Dragon and Caney, you two have been here literally since the beginning. I think, Dragon, you joined on day 2 of Season 1?
I joined day 2, technically.
Yeah. So, and then Kyle, you've been here since Season 1 as well. And a lot of kind of people within the community have been here for multiple years. I know that somebody pointed out, was it Jay? I think Purple Jay, he pointed out
Yes.
he joined Season 2 in 2018, the beginning of 2018, which was 2 years ago. That's gone so quickly. It honestly, to me, it still feels like, Season 2 was last year. When really,
It does, doesn't it?
Season 2 finished, March last year? Because we did Project Hardcore. So Season 2 ended a year ago. So I guess, in a sense it was last year, but it feels like it was so soon, but really it was so long ago. And to think that Season 1 ended back in, Season 1 ended back in 2017? Is that right?
I think so, because I was
Yeah.
still in high school when it ended.
Yeah, because we started it in March 2016 and ended it in August 2017. That's crazy.
hard to
That was
believe.
so long ago. And,
It's crazy.
I know that Season 1, a lot of people that, that's probably their favorite season, and it kind of holds close. And I think that's definitely kind of one of the peaks of the community. But looking back, definitely Season 2, and I know Season 3 for me, I wasn't very active on, but there's still so many just memorable moments from both, all 3 servers. And it's just, I'm really, really excited. I know a lot of people actually are excited for the community server, and kind of just, I guess, going back to, I guess, that closely knit kind of group of friends, community aspect that Season 1 kind of had.
Yeah.
Definitely something to look forward to for sure. We just have to figure out kind of, I guess, the logistics of it in terms of, a lot of people have been wondering, why don't we just kind of start a new server now and, reset the nether and stuff like that. But personally, I just want to keep getting Keystone kind of finalized and finish off some stuff on here. And I know a lot of other people have still got projects going on here. And then we still need to start kind of development of the community server and figure out kind of how we want the world to work and data packs and all that good stuff. In terms of branding, that's pretty straightforward because I've already gone through and made all the new graphics for kind of the Existence community as a whole. Got back to our classic yellow color scheme, which I think a lot of people welcome once we figured out the kind of the tones of the colors.
Yeah,
Jeez, that just
I
peaks my audio.
think the color I recommended was better, but whatever.
At least it doesn't look like banana chocolate milk, or banana milk, I should say. Because literally, as soon as I saw that logo up in Discord, I was like, that looks like banana milk. Banana flavored milk.
Banana milk.
Banana milk. Where did Kyle go?
Don't worry about it.
That's concerning. Very ominous. So yeah, I think I'm really excited for kind of the new direction of the community and kind of, I guess, getting back to the good old days where, because definitely last year was very stressful for me in terms of kind of managing season 3, and obviously, I've had my rough times in season 1 and 2 as well. So I'm really looking forward to getting away from that whole, I guess, restricted, controlling aspect and just getting things a bit more relaxed and to a level that everyone can enjoy and either make content on their own terms or just play on the server.
Yeah, I'm excited to play with everyone again. There's so many people from like the old days, like early season 2 and season 1 that are coming back to play, and it's exciting to have like a server to play with all my Minecraft friends.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one thing I'm looking forward to, because there's been people like just to throw names out there quickly, like I know Jay's been playing on here quite a lot, but like Chrismon and all those kind of people who, they were always kind of Talks and all those people who we kind of whitelisted for Keystone, and even Chris is actually a patron as well, but never really kind of played on the server too much. And I mean, the server is like nearly a year old now as well, which kind of throws people off a lot of the time. So I know that there's definitely a lot of people from, Existence past that
That was brutal.
There's a lot of people that are interested in kind of returning and kind of playing together again as a group, and I'm really excited for that, just to get kind of, I remember back on season 1 specifically, and even kind of season 2 as well, things were so like, we were all so close in terms of kind of being friends and playing together and stuff. And I think, the major downfall of kind of the maidens, I guess, layouts of the seasons was that kind of content creation that really restricted people to playing together and doing things. It also brought people together more as well, I guess, but it also, I guess, pushed people away and kind of broke things up a bit. So I think having that more just general Minecraft server is going to be great for people. I'm just having a look over the 2020 document now. I'm trying to see if there's anything really of key to bring up, kind of in terms of how things are going to go from here. I guess some people were wondering about like whether we're going to have some sort of content creator role, because I know a few people have mentioned that to me about having some sort of separation between kind of everyone else and creators. And I do like the idea of having like, I guess, official creators of Existence, but not in the sense that we used to have, just I guess so that
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say like some way of having, specific people so they can share their content and stuff, so we don't just get everyone, putting content into the what's it called in Discord, content share. So kind of like how we had Existence videos with the official seasons. So if we have people making content on the community server, then they have a more specific place, and that way people can get more specific Existence content as well. So I'm thinking definitely that'll be the way to go.
More like content creators Existence endorses, almost.
That's a bit of a mouthful. I was more thinking like
Okay.
Just content creators, or like official content creators, or like Existence content creators, or something like that. But just so that there's a more kind of, and then we can have as well that kind of, we're back on the official seasons in the Discords there. We always had like the how to video chat was basically like our kind of content creators feedback and creative criticism, I should say, kind of channels.
Mm-hmm.
And I think having that kind of, because there are obviously a lot of creators, and that's what Existence is kind of growing from. So having maybe a more exclusive place to kind of talk about more specific kind of YouTube things and stuff might be beneficial. Or streaming, Twitch, anything really, because that's kind of the one thing I'm looking forward to the most, is there's not going to be just a YouTube kind of restriction. It's kind of going to be really anything. So if you stream, if you make time lapses, make episode based stuff, just highlights, whatever, then you can do that.
A funny montage, whatever.
Speaking of funny moments, remember when we switched the note block in our fish farm to a bell, and you can't turn bells down? Boy, that was funny.
Oh, right, on here, on Keystone. Yes, I do remember that, and a lot of people complained. In fact, we were going to implement a rule about making noise in town just because of that. Fish farms are really laggy at the moment, aren't they now, anyway?
I don't know anymore, but they were when we started Keystone.
But hey, it doesn't matter. In 1.16, they're removed anyway, so to an extent. People are always going to be able to find new designs.
Are not very efficient because they can't detect the bobber.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think that kind of pretty much sums up, I guess, the new direction we're taking with the community. People have still got a lot of questions, and I think the best place really to bring up those questions will either be in the description of this video, or just on Discord. Our Discord, there's a lot of people in there ready with a lot of information. So if you do have any questions about kind of what Existence is doing or how the community server is going to work or anything like that, that'd be the place to do it.
Yeah, it works a lot quicker than listening to a podcast for 30, 40 minutes.
But
so I highly recommend sending your questions. Ping Patrick. Make his life... No. Just be kind.
The more times you ping him, the faster he'll respond.
This is true, because then I just get mad and just give in. You can also ping at admin, which is which is
oh damn, no,
I've just lost
don't
my voice.
Admin. Only
you can do admin.
Only ping at mcpeachpies.
Because we actually have
ping me if you have questions about the server.
Hang on, I'm gonna leave it to you guys really quick because I've completely just lost my voice and I need to grab a drink.
Okay. You can ping Pat at mcpeachpies if you have any questions generally about Existence, or at admins works too.
Mm-hmm.
You can ping me.
If you have questions and you are playing here and you're stuck with something and you want to know something, you can go to the Discord, ping at mcpeachpies, and you'll get an answer sometime.
Because Kiwi time. We have 4 admins at the moment. We've got myself, SugarCaney, and DelltaDragon, as well as Yoglington.
Yes.
Yoglington is good old Yog. He's kind of just admin because he's been around for a long time and I trust him with a lot of decision making. But
I don't think I've ever actually talked to Yog.
Interesting. His time zone's very similar to Caney's, but Yog doesn't quite stay up as late as Caney.
So we are basically your European representatives. If you're in the American time zone, you've got DelltaDragon, and like Kiwi time has Pet Peaches.
Yeah, and a lot of people like KSores and past members and stuff do have a lot of information about how kind of things are running and how kind of things are going too. So if you do have any questions, pretty much just anyone in the Discord, we do have quite a kind of long time community going there. So yeah. So
like if you're stuck, just ping at mcpeachpies, ask in the community, go to Discord. Or just leave a comment here in the description of this video.
Exactly.
And you can also just send a tweet at mcpeachpies. Or go to Discord, ask a question.
While you're at it, why don't you tweet at Existence SMP or even email existence.smp@gmail.com. Send an official email.
Hashtag Existence MC when you do stuff.
Existence MC from like 3 years ago.
But we also have a website.
We changed it.
existencesmp.com.
Oh my god, this has just turned into the most nonsense podcast now. We're just screaming things at each other.
It's alright, you'll be fine.
Yeah. We're all over the internet. Like, you can't go very far without finding us.
Oh, you can definitely go very far without finding us.
We even have a Steam group.
And
do we have
Join our Steam group. Yeah, we have a Steam group.
We have a Steam group.
Except the funny thing about the Steam group is it's stuck called Existence MC. You can't rename Steam groups.
You can still chat with Patrick on Steam.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see when he launches Lego Harry Potter.
Yeah, which is most days, to be honest, because I play it with my flatmate. Yes, I play an array of Steam games now.
Can we get an RSS feed? We need an RSS feed.
Is that like the thing ACG has been telling me to get for ages now?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. So if you know how to do it, Delta, then you can sort it out.
Okay.
Yeah, where did Kyle go again?
I'm looking for a music disc to put in the jukebox, but I can't
There's
find
some
one.
in the barrel right here.
Oh, okay, I'm coming back then.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, no, we always intended this would be kind of a shorter episode. Apologies to anyone who has been missing the podcast. I know a few people have mentioned it. But essentially, we just kind of took a break as we were trying to figure out everything with Season 3 and kind of our new direction. And then me and Dragon have been spending about 2 months trying to schedule something, if not longer. And hey, now we've kind of worked out because we got myself, Dragon, Caney, and KSores all here. So turned out to be a bit more fun then.
So yeah, if you have, like, now for real, if you have any questions, remarks, or something, not really, for the podcast for us to discuss, leave it in the comment section down below or ping at mcpeachpies in the Discord. So we have something to talk about. That's not necessarily existing.
There's always something to talk about, but we've wanted to just do a quick little shorter one at the moment to kind of just update everyone and actually get the information out there officially, because we haven't really released anything official, I guess, since the 2020 document, and there was always the option of making... Oh, does anyone have looting? Just quickly. Can you attack that skeleton? Attack that skeleton for me. Oh no.
Oh, that's it. I'm gonna... Oh, you took it, Dragon!
What?
The XP, I was trying to take it.
Oh, sorry.
Do we have an experienced farm somewhere on Keystone, actually?
We do.
We have
We do.
farm.
What was I saying before we got completely distracted? Yeah, so...
Stay safe out there.
Yeah, we wanted to get an actual kind of video out there, and the podcast was a good way to do it, just in a shorter format to really, I guess, address all the issues and kind of talk about what's actually going to be happening. But yeah, podcasts, so there's a lot been going on visually in this podcast, which is the first. So that'll be on YouTube if you aren't already. Creeper, Candy behind you. Oh no.
Yes, hit it fast. If you hit it really fast, you scare it.
Oh my god.
Oh, sorry.
So patrons do have access to audio recordings, which you can listen to on the go through the Patreon app, or download the files as well and listen to kind of at your own leisure. But yeah, if you're not watching the YouTube rendition of this and you are listening to this, it might pay to pop in and see all the chaos that is currently happening. Always intended to make an actual recording studio for podcast, and I still think that'd be a really fun idea to do. Maybe next time we could choose a more secure location than right out in the open in the middle of town where we're being attacked by mini mobs. So any Keystone members out there, you're more than welcome to set up a recording studio somewhere on the server. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Do it ourselves. No,
Exactly.
Just do it. It's fun. It's fun.
But yeah, no, we there's plenty of topics that we did consider talking about, such as, Minecraft 1.16, and especially kind of the big thing with coronavirus and everyone being on lockdown and how that's kind of affecting everyone. But for the meantime, yeah, we just want to get a shorter episode out and really address these community changes and everything that's going to be happening. Was there anything else you guys think that we should really bring up of note regarding the community?
Well, just
No, I think
highly
that's it.
encouraged to just go play together here online on the server. And from personal experience, I must say that I'm not really a player who likes to build giant things like a guardian farm for 9 months or something. That's not really my style. I just like to interact a lot.
That was a direct jab at me.
No, it's not a direct jab at you. Because you really did a good job, but it's not my style. It's not how I used to play.
You like building cafes and railroads.
I like to build some things that can be used. And I also love to just do some projects together. So I highly encourage, just go online, just look each other up, go into the voice chat, make it a lively place.
Absolutely.
Really, that's something I would like to encourage you to do, because without people, the server is lifeless.
This is true.
It's dead. No, it's not dead.
No, there's for sure definitely potential for people to join in on the community and kind of take part in everything that's happening. But we're definitely open to any ideas that anyone has kind of around, things to do on the community or things to do on the server and events and stuff, because if anything, the 4th anniversary kind of celebration really showed that there is a lot of fun in doing community events like mini games and world tours and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely open to kind of
If
things
you want
like
to
that.
watch that world tour, it's on this channel actually. It's the second video.
Sure is. Stream archives. It's about 5 hours long, but there are multiple timestamps in the description that you can kind of jump through.
We've got like a 2.5 hour tour, and we've got a 2.5 hour worth of mini games. So
More or less,
definitely worth checking out.
Can someone go? Should we wrap things up here before we all get slaughtered by mobs and Dragon blows up all the pathways?
Possibly.
Speaking of getting slaughtered, does someone have my elytra?
I do not.
It's broken and it's named Kyle.
Anyway,
I do have some Kyle heads.
I just wanted to quickly go through, as per most podcasts, and run over our patrons and thank them all personally for their ongoing support. So huge thanks to ACG1000, Chrismon, I Need Help, C Sandman, DelltaDragon, iGalaxy, It's Purple J, The Mundane, Pineapple_123, SugarCaney, TC Midnight, Torbury, and Wafflestick. Thank you guys all so much. It is because of your support that we are able to continue doing what we're doing, look to the future, and open up these community servers for everyone to play on. Everyone being everyone we trust. But yeah, no, thank you guys all so much. And thank you to SugarCaney KSores and DelltaDragon for joining me on today's podcast. Thank you guys all so much. And yeah, we will, like we've said multiple times, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ping multiple people or leave comments and all that good stuff. But yes, thank you guys all so much, and yeah, we'll definitely see you in the next episode. See you guys later.
See you later. Bye. Don't forget to tag mcpeachpies.